My name's Vanessa Tothill. The collection was gifted to the University of East Anglia in 1973, and it was from that point onwards that they decided they needed a new building, and they started to make plans and speak to architects about building this structure here. And so the architect they selected to work on this project was Norman Foster, and this was one of his first projects, the Sainsbury Centre that you see around us today.
It's an incredible building. It's got an incredibly beautiful collection that you can come and look at any time, and I always take spend a little bit of time looking at the permanent collection, and then boy, they put on some good exhibitions.
The collections came from Sir Robert Sainsbury and his partner and wife, Lady Lisa Sainsbury.
A fantastic space, extremely well curated, lots of thought's been put into the design.
When the Sainsburys gifted the collection to the university, there were around 430 objects, and that was in 1973. But now in 2022 we have over 5,000 objects in the collection. So when the Sainsburys gifted the collection to the university, they also, their son David Sainsbury made a donation of £3 million. So £1 million went to the cost of building the Sainsbury Centre, and the rest of the money was for further acquisitions so that the centre could continue to collect and could continue to enlarge the collection.
It's my first time.
No, I've been here several times over the years. Yeah, quite a number of times over the years. The way that they curate these pieces here, I think, is fantastic and raises this place to a very, very high standard of any gallery that I've ever been to.
And the layout here is very unusual in that we combine antiquities with contemporary art. And this was because in the Sainsbury's house, they like to combine works, as you see around us here. They like to juxtapose works. And this living area is based on their home. They had art all around the house, and we've tried to capture that spirit.
A gallery, that's part of a university, and we were just saying how that takes us back, and how in some ways we would really like a bit more of that in our lives, a bit more institutionalisation before we end up in a hospital. Institutionalised is what we were thinking.
Not only does this building contain a collection of rare art, it's also a masterpiece on its own right. It's one of the first public buildings to be designed by architect Norman Foster and his wife Wendy Cheeseman. Hani Yared, the University of East Anglia, Norwich, England.